Yeah,
You
you gave 1,000 gil, and I think it makes it about 2,500 cheaper.
Fulfilling a
So you end up saving about 1,500 gil there. Less.
It costs 10,890 now, and it would cost like 18,000 something.
That's what I feel.
If I didn't give the gil.
I think we don't belong here.
It is time at last. We must tell the Albed.
You only have to give him 1,001 gil, but it's faster just to do 1,100.
The fiends may break through. This place is not safe.
You save like
less
animations.
Make sure you're prepared to defend
You
yourselves.
have to up on the one and then
ready.
down on the other one, and.
Alright, talk to Kamari.
Remember?
Or wait, or is it Lulu now?
Lulu's winning.
Lulu now.
Winning for the snowmobile ride. No, we're just trying to see who's winning because he needs to talk to certain people.
I was gonna say,
We just want to see who's winning.
Yeah.
You're cutting it, not cutting up.
This is one of the parts that affects it, but we need to know who's winning now. We're not cutting it off though.
well, I'm just gonna talk to Kamari now because I can give it.
Okay.
I can give it to Lulu a lot easier than.
Are you ready?
Because Lulu's affection goes up a lot faster, so I don't have to talk to her as much.
Sin, to make sure.
I remembered. Sin is.
Alright, gotta remember to change Waka to Thunderball.
So the
All the units.
Yeah. You brought Yuna.
Which do I summon, unit or unit?
I saw you bring out Yuna. I was like, oh, you're gonna summon, and then he switched weapons. I'm like, wait, what?
Ooh. Am I gonna have to do some strats here? Oh, actually, no.
Woo!
Arm spawn. She was guaranteed to survive that. I was just worried about whether 2 demis would have killed it or not. Because if Valefor gets hit on the first attack and it does 2 demis, and I got the delayed animation, of course, because the arms. But yeah, if it had done 2 demis, then there's a chance that it wouldn't have filled her overdrive completely. And then I have 2 options. I either boost and hope that Valefor evades, or I shield until Agui attacks and then do boost for Demi. Or rather, I boost and hope for Demi or an evade. I should say. Because after an attack and 2 demis, if it attacks me, I don't get an evade.
So if you get demi attack then alright, then you're okay.
Yeah, if it is demis when I boost, then It'd be a bit. What's up? Not particularly.
Welcome everyone to Crystals for Life 2014, and thank you very much for tuning in and watching. As I hope you know, all the proceeds of this marathon go to support JDRF, which is a global organization focused on type 1 diabetes research. As it turns out, if you donate this evening, you can be eligible to win some prizes. We have an amazing Titus wall scroll, which is which you are entered into the draw for if you make a donation of $5 or more, as well as a sealed copy of the Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster official Prima guides for a minimum donation of $5. We also have a rather historic Final Fantasy V Super Famicom cart, available for a minimum donation of $5. You're entered automatically, you don't have to specify you want to be entered into these draws. There is an absolutely beautiful drawing of Ferris in the Dancer job from Final Fantasy V. This was drawn by Miramika for SGDQ 2013 originally. And finally, we have one of the original promotional canvas posters, which was made during the original promotional tour of Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13. Don't ask how we got our hands on it, we have our ways. It may be the last remaining one in the world. And for a minimum donation of $15, you are automatically entered into the draw for this canvas poster. I think I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank some of the businesses that have partnered with us, and none less than the Yeti. The Yeti is an exclusive shirt-a-day custom t-shirt making company. They make essentially 1 or 2 shirts a day which are only available for a day. Except there's an exception to the rule. For Crystals for Life, for the duration of the marathon, they have made 6 C4L t-shirt designs. Each is available for a mere $11, and $3 out of every sale is donated through us to JDRF by the Yeti. So you can get some amazing t-shirt designs and still give to charity at the same time. Look for these designs at www.theyeti.com/C4L. And remember that all your donations do go to a great cause. JDRF is the largest charitable supporter of type 1 diabetes research worldwide. Since their founding in 1970, they've provided $1.6 billion for type 1 diabetes research, focused on a 3-pronged approach to T1D: curing, treating, and preventing type 1 diabetes. So, donate now. You can sign up for any of the incentives remaining in Final Fantasy X or any of the future games. Plus, you are automatically entered to win draws, and you are helping a great cause. And while you're at it, grab the awesome shirts at the Yeti that are available right now.
I'm actually wearing last year's shirt.
One of them.
Yep. Or the other one during FF4.
Don't you run away from me!
This one is a good place in my heart because it's FF8.
Oh yeah.
Everyone, stand back! I'll summon!
You won't.
Your powers are still too weak.
Anyway, I guess we'll just say that during the last fight he made sure to have as many people as possible getting experience from the fight, except for Kamari, of course, who blew himself up to deal damage, and overkilled it using Energy Blast. And then the second part of the fight he basically just used Seymour because he deals over 1,000 each time he casts, and that's enough to overkill. It's really easy fight there. Probably would have liked to get a bit more overdrive and Orin, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's pretty close to full.
Yeah,
He'll
it's-
probably get the rest of it in Muckle on you.
You
Or
hear
maybe
my,
No
before.
idea. Before I knew what
Did
I
you
was
hear the
doing.
story how I killed myself in self-destruct?
Maybe I was angry. I
Yeah.
kept thinking.
I tried to. I was in the Bavel after I killed Everett, and I fought one of those guys where they kick you out of the battle. And I thought because when they get kicked out of the battle, if you died other guys, that they would just end the battle. So Kamari's the one left, and I used self-destruct, and I gamed over, and I had a free fight Everett.
Yeah, the old route, I guess it would have been the route last year, C4L, where you got petrify grenades. You actually had to get a lot of EP on Kamari there,
Yeah.
which made it a lot slower, because then you actually had to have the arms respawn. But that route is obsolete, fortunately, because stealing petrify grenades is was one of the biggest bottlenecks in this run. Oh, and before no basilisks, because I still need to get stone breath. But I only need to get one basilisk.
They say I'm no good.
I get quit.
Didn't
What did
you?
Why do today? There we go.
Or maybe it was.
It's actually kind of funny in the you normally get 6 level 1 key spheres from GUI, but if for some reason the Japanese version you only get 2.
People die and Yuna dances.
Unless you don't overkill the
When will
refight.
she stop dancing?
If you don't overkill the refight, it gives you an extra
When
level
will
1 key
it
sphere,
stop?
which makes no sense.
Yuna won't
Yeah.
stop
You get
dancing.
extra for not overkilling
Until
him.
Yeah.
Sin is gone.
Yeah, that's odd.
Those are my thoughts.
I don't exactly know how that
I
works,
think.
but because I noticed one of the Japanese runners have been
I see.
switching to one of the
Many
the weaker
Your-
spells to finish it off, and I had no idea why he did that.
Sin had.
What?
Those who turn from
There's actually a lot of
Past 10.
weird differences in the Japanese version. Like, at the very beginning, I press select to skip like most of the intro cutscene. That's the only cutscene skip in the game, and I don't know why it works. But in the original
But
Japanese
now, more
version,
than
you
ever,
can't do
you-
that. It works in every other version except that one.
Anyone else?
And then one of the more annoying things in the Japanese version is that
But you.
whenever even if you have memory
Until sin-
cursor on, whenever you take someone out of the party
I understand.
in battle, it will reset their cursor.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So like if you take Titus out of the party
Yuna,
for the
take me
getting
as your pillar of
self-destruct,
strength,
and when you bring him back in, it will be
as
back on
Yuna
attack.
Leska had her, Lord Zael.
Or when you take Yuna out on Sin's Fin and bring her back in to summon, she'll be back on attack. That's actually the first time I realized that, because I went to summon Balafor, and I ended up attacking instead. I was like, what?
Yeah. But that doesn't.
sin.
So he killed all those people just for a chance to see me?
That's what he wanted to. Do you know?
How am.
So you would.
So you. As long as he wants.
You got it. How do you know? I'm not done talking.
Apparently you are done talking.
I'm not done.
do really like this music here.
Yeah, he'll always walk to that spot. Like, no matter where you run in there, he'll always walk over to that spot. So that's why I ran directly there.
In dark times, she must shine bright.
Huh?
I guess after.
Now are dark times.
I guess after Josie,
We should.
or
If we worry, she
I guess starting in Josie, I guess I'll start talking to Lulu, since it looks like Lulu's winning.
Don't.
Amanda, how much is Lulu winning by for the snowmobile ride?
Kimari tried to.
Smile.
Is
Let
it
me
like
see.
50 to 13?
I haven't seen Lulu scene in a while, so why not?
Yeah, Nixion is coming up fairly soon, so if you
Yeah,
do want to
about
get a
10
different,
minutes or so.
if you do want to get a different name in, donate now.
Depending if he gets trolled here or not.
True, but most likely.
Oh, there's Basilis. Not that pretty numbers. Yeah, they wouldn't go. They wouldn't go before the other person.
Yeah, basilisks aren't the fastest.
All right, now, someone want to explain the Josie Temple skip? Does anyone know about it?
I know about it. It's last I knew it was pretty much TAS only. I don't know that that has changed, but basically there is a little cutscene at the end where they say, "Oh, you can't go on that road yet. We have to stop by the Temple of Jose first." And if you position yourself just right and move just right, I forget the exact mechanics of it, but you can get yourself so that you can move in the cutscene. It breaks the scripting a little bit because you're not in the right place where the game expects you to be. And you can just run and completely skip the Jose Temple.
Yeah, you have to get pushed by this chocobo, which I think I've already lost it. And yeah, I missed it.
Yeah, it's...
You have to get pushed by that chocobo all the way down the road and talk to a moving NPC while you're getting pushed.
Yeah, it's...
And then clear the text box once you get to the trigger at the end. And then run to the main floor.
Yeah.
This is all off camera, isn't it?
No, it's on camera, I think.
The camera scrolls faster when you get the chocobo pushes you?
I think... I haven't seen the video in a long time, but I do think it's on camera.
And before that,
Yeah, it's the only way it's been done is with slow motion on emulator.
Can't just skip.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that.
Can we? Huh.
It's just especially with the controls. If you had better fine motion control,
That's a
fine
summoner's
motor
training.
control in this game,
She's gotta
it might
prepare
be
mind and body
easier,
just
but
to get ready for the final
the
summoner.
controls in this game just are too bad.
They do not make it any easier, and it wouldn't be easy to begin with. So yeah, basically if you're doing a
What can I?
actual live speed run, there's no real point in trying too hard. You're gonna end up going to Jose and having to complete it anyway.
Come to think of it.
Besides which,
did
even
I
if you
really
got
have to
it,
know about Jack?
It's
well,
funny.
What about
He goes,
my feelings?
don't tell Yuna about you and Jack, and then Titus says, do I need to know about Jack because he's Yuna?
yeah, that is kind of funny. But we would have to go back here because of the Ixion naming incentive anyway.
it's also very ironic how it says we can't just skip all that, can we?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It's very hard, but you can.
Technically possible.
Is there people working on tests for this game, or?
I don't know.
Not really.
I don't.
There's it was something on Nico that was labeled Taz, but it was like really bad. It was like so unoptimal. Like it wasn't even skipping text or something. It was hilariously bad. They didn't manipulate criticals.
A task, let's play.
Yeah. The only thing Taz about it was the Dragon Feign input was like instant. You know. But other than that, it was not a Taz at all.
The lightning mushroom rock.
That means a little.
There's not really many. There's not really good Taz
What if
tools
it's
for
Donna?
PS2 yet.
We have to
PS2 emulator doesn't really
Right?
Yeah.
isn't really good for Taz's.
Hasn't been that much activity in that console generation at all. I mean, even GameCube doesn't have that many games for that have TASs for it.
I guess I can't talk to Lulu there. I guess I'll talk to her inside.
I beg your pardon.
I am Summoner.
As the daughter of Lord.
My father. You knew him?
All I need to do is talk to Lulu once to get her in Guada's Salon. Because
And
Riku,
I'm guarding my-
she
Since
wins
I
the
was a child,
tiebreaker with
I
Riku.
wished I would
And
you
Riku
must have-
only has
I
4
believe.
at this point. She gets 4 at the beginning of the game.
I'm not really. I've
And then she
only
gets,
just become a summoner.
She gets 8
Of
later.
course. So perhaps we should.
Very well then. I accept your challenge.
Actually, Riku ends up with 20
Yuna, I
affections
beg your-
somehow, and I cannot figure out where where 8 of it comes from. Like I know where 4 the 4 plus 8 is, but then I don't know what the last 8 is.
Could be when you talk to her, when you get her.
Moroda's heard.
I heard it. Seems that summoners.
There's an
just be-
affection FAQ
Sorry, I don't-
on game.
ain't much
on
future.
GameFAQs,
We're talking about.
and I look through it, and I cannot figure out where
Please,
she's
well-
getting it, because I know she only has 4.
Yeah.
Like if she had 12 right off the bat, it would be one thing, but since she doesn't get, she only has 4 up through Guada's Salon, so I have no idea where she gets it
We have.
from then on.
Out.
I know 8 of it is foregoing. If you go directly into the agency without waiting, then that's plus 8, but I don't know what the other plus 8 is. The plus 4 at the beginning is unavoidable. You just get it for fun.
And we have a couple more new donations. We have a $50 donation from an anonymous donor. Didn't know Kara was going to be running anything at C4L. Glad I turned in when I did. Runner's choice for where the donation goes. We also have another $5 donation from an anonymous donor that simply says, "Suplex that train."
Carcarn is also running FF7 on Saturday, I believe.
Oh yeah, how's your pedestal luck, by the way? You tend to.
I had a second try. I wish I got first try because I didn't try the middle one. I usually try middle one first. That's why I tried the one left of middle, and then I tried middle. It was middle.
Yeah, second from the left is usually what I pick first.
Someone mentioned to me that there's a way to figure out which one it is for every time, but they never.
What? Luna saying that you can tell by the pixels?
It wasn't Yuna. Someone. time was. I think it was like 3. It was going 3 hours on the nose. 3 hours and like 20 seconds. But we did like singing and stuff.
I don't know why I ran to the other side. I don't know.
Because movement.
I think I was thinking in the past when I go to the other side. Oh yeah, Ixion's name, is it Unicorn?
We need Ixion's name meta.
Yeah, like pretty much now. I am getting the Destruction Sphere in this temple because I get a Magic Sphere from it, which is useful. Of course, you do the Josie Temple skip, then you don't get this Magic Sphere.
Yeah, it's also one of the fastest and easiest ones to get compared to the others. Requires only a very small detour.
Meta?
We need Ixion's name.
We need X. Is that Unicorn? Capital U and everything else is lowercase. How do you spell it?
Y-U-N-A-C-O-R-N.
Y-U-N-A-C-O-R-N?
All one word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only the Y is capital?
Yeah.
Okay. Corn. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be better to be unicorn? They already donate for unicorn.
Yeah.
Unicorn would be better, I think. But can't change it now. I'm not gonna take liberties with.
And we have not Una coming up
try
for
to settle
Shiva.
down. Yuna will be blamed if anything happens.
All right, this +4 and blue. I don't lose time from that one because I had to wait for Donna to show up anyway.
Well, still trapped. What is it?
What of it?